Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. And we're renovating 1312 Chic Street. And right off the bat, I need to dive right into this because I didn't even realize it was the first thing I did. But we're actually creating a custom, I'll say faux balcony for this apartment. Now, this was a trick that I saw floating around social media. It kind of blew up. It was by Aries Sims. I will put that idea on screen for you now, and I will actually grab the link for the YouTube short showing you all how to do this, but it's so freaking cool. So I made like this, it's not a studio apartment, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, by the way, but essentially you put giant windows that cover a majority of the wall in any place in an apartment, and then you size down the windows and add these debug fences, and it lets in all of the light, and it looks like you have a balcony. So I was able to create this quote unquote custom balcony in an apartment that does not have one. And I thought it looked so freaking good. I was just really, really excited to actually share this. Also, this is not a pre-recorded build, actually. If you did not know, for those of you who did not know, I'm currently on maternity leave. However, I have been doing some builds and renovations here and there, and I try to share them in a timely manner, but a lot of my videos lately have been pre-recorded. I always put that disclaimer there, so if I sound like a broken record, sorry. But this one is not pre-recorded. I'm actually doing this one recently. It's August, okay? I'm doing this in August. It's somewhat pre-recorded, maybe. I don't know. But like I said, this was originally going to be a studio apartment, and I did keep in kind of that thought process just to kind of show you all how it evolved from there. And I really didn't know what kind of sim I was making this for either. I was gonna do like a studio for maybe a sim that was just kind of starting out, like maybe they just graduated university. This was like their first apartment. They got like their first big sim job in the city or something like that. But now I'm kind of thinking that it's actually for more of an established sim. So I'm not thinking like an adult. I'm still thinking young adult, but I was kind of giving a little bit of thought into like what their interests were, less about their career, though I did kind of think about the career a little bit. I don't know. So as I was adding decorations and everything, I was like, okay, so maybe they enjoy thrifting. That's something about the sim. So like the couches were thrifted, the rug, maybe the TV, and even the coffee table. Like things don't really match. I don't think they went out and they got like furniture sets in any capacity. Maybe they got these end tables. I'm saying this because I got an end table for my child's nursery, and I just got it on Amazon. It was great. And maybe they literally just went on like Sims on, whatever the heck it would be called. They got like 4 of them just to like place around in different rooms in the apartment. They really enjoy board games. Maybe they have friends over a lot to play board games, though I didn't add like a Don't Wake the Llama table. I didn't really have the space, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think that they maybe have always been a city sim as well. So maybe they grew up in the city. So apartment living, this is like pretty much all they've known, and they wouldn't have it any other way. They have no desire for a bigger space like a house or anything like that. Maybe just a bigger apartment if they were going to end up with any kind of partner or to have a family of their own. But they live here with their cat, and I think that they do work from home. I think they spend a lot of time at home, to be honest. I don't know if they are... I don't know if they're like a freelancer in some capacity. I'm not even thinking of like the actual freelancer jobs that we have, but I put this gallery wall artwork from the paranormal stuff pack up, and I was like, maybe they're kind of into like some mystical things. Maybe they write like a journal column about mystical things. Maybe they write the horoscopes. That's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever thought of that before. Maybe they write the horoscopes for like the local paper or something like that. And it's not like this super high paying job by any means, but they really enjoy it. They're actually really into that kind of stuff. They enjoy their job. They can pay for their apartment and support their cat. And that's like literally all they're worried about. I feel like their cat too. I don't think like it was a new cat that they got when they moved into this apartment. I feel like it was maybe their childhood cat. Because cats can live a long time, like 15, 20 years, something like that. So maybe maybe they're not freshly out of university, but they're young adults, right? They're a young adult sim. And they have like their family cat who's always been their best friend. Like they've had this cat since they were a kitten. I feel like it's an elder cat at this point. And their goal is to really just make their life comfortable, honestly. And they thought that getting this apartment with the balcony where their cat could safely still get like a lot of sunlight and stuff like that would be kind of nice. I don't know, that's what I was thinking. It also gave me a place to put a litter box because I didn't really have space in the bathroom, to be honest with you. That wouldn't have worked out very well. Not at all. And also the kitchen is fairly small, but of course very functional. I made sure that there was at least one countertop for your Sims to use to be able to prep any food and things like that. And I added like a coffee maker, a few little details here and there. Nothing crazy because I didn't want it to be too overcluttered considering I had one countertop to clutter. I really didn't have the space to do much more. But I kind of like small kitchens like this, especially in apartments because I feel like they're super realistic. Like in my first apartment, I think there were maybe 2 or 3 countertops. It was a really small, like kind of galley kitchen, which I've mentioned this before. I'm not a fan of galley kitchens at all. And then I think in my second apartment, it was the same thing. My third apartment, it was a bigger apartment, but the kitchen was quite literally the same size as all the others. It drove me a little bit mad. And then I think my fourth apartment, I'm just going down the list here. My fourth apartment actually had the biggest kitchen, but it didn't have a dishwasher. And that was awful. I am extremely privileged. I grew up with a dishwasher in my house, and not having one for the first time in an apartment was wild. That was exhausting. That was a lot. Like, it really was. And then I had my fifth apartment. I've been in a lot of apartments before I got a house. My fifth apartment and maybe sixth too. The kitchens were all galley kitchens. They were so small. So all I'm trying to say is that it's super realistic. Anyway, I babbled way too much. Babbled through the bathroom because it's boring. Here is the balcony. Here's a little custom balcony. I added these string lights and sized them up from the little campers kit. I add the litter box out here, some plants, and then I think I just put like a love seat and an art easel because maybe in their spare time, like they don't want to make it their job or anything like that, but in their spare time, they love to paint, and having this balcony is perfect for that. They love to paint like cityscapes and things. I think that's what they primarily do. Again, they've always been a city sim. They are city dwellers, so they really love being here, and they just like their little cozy corner of the city, and that's about all there is to it. But we are pretty much almost at the end of this apartment renovation. I can't even talk. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
When the moon is bright, the dreams are on your side. When the stars are lit, they try to catch your eye. Is it destiny or just beginner's luck that I found you? Now the moonlight dances gently over you. I have never found the peace inside my mind. I got nothing here that keeps me in line. In a messed up world, it's hard to see the good in everyone. In a broken conversation, silence.